Hello everyone and welcome to the start of my fall videos. I know, I can't believe I'm saying that, but today is September 1st and in my head, fall is like September, October, November. So here we are. I am wearing a sweater. It is 100 degrees out today, but you know, it's for the ambiance. So we're gonna do like a few things in today's video. First and foremost, I want to talk about the books that I read in the month of August. I never do monthly wrap-ups because they're just like my least favorite videos. It's hard for me to remember all the books that I read. So I've decided what we're gonna do from here on out, hopefully if I remember to do them in my TBR videos, is we're just gonna recap the last month. So in August, I read only 5 books. I had a very busy month. I went on vacation for 11 days and I didn't read a single book in that time. So not a lot of reading was done, but we had amazing reads. Number 1 being A Single Thread of Moonlight. This is by Laura Wood. I gave this book 5 stars. I can't even believe it. I'd never heard of this book before. It was found in the romance section of my bookstore, but I really don't think it's primarily romance. It is a retelling of Cinderella and it is a revenge story. It is so fun. If you love like the imagery of beautiful dresses, gowns, balls, going to the countryside, it is literally just so much fun. It's not a fantasy, it's just purely a revenge story with a side plot of romance that's actually very, very good. I loved it, 5 stars. Then we read Glorious Rivals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is book number 2 to The Grandest Game. This is the series that follows The Inheritance Games. Once again, I gave this book 5 stars. I don't know why people don't like The Grandest Game because I thought that was incredible, especially if you are a fan of Grayson. He is my favorite character and this series really follows him and dives deeper into his world, his mind. It's so much fun. I loved it. I cannot wait for the 3rd book to come out next year. Then I read A Torch Against the Night by Sabaa Tahir. Once again, this was 5 stars. This is book number 2 in An Ember in the Ashes. I don't even know how to describe An Ember in the Ashes. It is a fantasy story. This group of people have overtaken another group of people and they are treating them really horribly. There's a guy who is in the military for the bad people, but he doesn't want to be. There's a girl who is helping out the resistance and she like sneaks her way into enemy territory. It is so much fun and there's a really great romance in this as well. Kind of like a love triangle thing going on, love square even. It's very good. Then I read The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren because I went to Hawaii last month. It was the best time of my life. I'm still so sad that I had to come home. Anyways, this book takes place in Hawaii. I gave this one 3 stars. It's a romance and I really loved the part where they're actually in Hawaii and they're going and doing all these fun things, but I couldn't root for the couple for like a very big reason that happens repeatedly through the book. Basically, he just doesn't believe her when she tells him something and that really bugs me, and then in the end he's just like, sorry. Don't love that, don't love that. So I give that 3 stars. Then to finish off the month, I read The Blood of Olympus, which is the final book in the Heroes of Olympus series. It was so much fun. I can't believe I'm finished with that book because it's a 5-book series and it just makes me so sad because I love these characters. But sadly, it is over. I gave this one 4 stars. It wasn't my favorite one in this series. My favorite one was House of Hades. One thing I loved about it was that we were in Nico's perspective for a good chunk of the book. The things I didn't like about it were the other point of views we were in for this book. I didn't really care too much about those characters, unfortunately, so it was just a little boring at points, but I loved it. It was a great finale. I thought it ended perfectly, and I'm excited to start whatever the next series is in the Percy Jackson world. So that was what I read in August. Next, we're gonna talk about my fall reading plans. So my plans over the next 3 months. This is my fall TBR right here. This is the books I'm gonna be kind of picking from for my monthly TBR. So obviously I'm not going to be reading all of these books in the month of September, but I'm just going to be choosing from them. First book is If We Were Villains. This is by ML Rio. It's a dark academia kind of book that I'm very interested in. We have a nonfiction, which is The Devil and Sherlock Holmes. This is a collection of true stories about like crazy true crime stuff, I think. The Consequences of Falling by Liliana Rose Hastings. This is just like a fun, I mean, I don't think it's fun. I think it's actually emotional romance. And The Dead Romantics. This is by Ashley Poston. And then we have Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I was supposed to read this in August, but I knew that wasn't gonna happen. So I'm gonna read it in September. Wow, I forgot what month we were in. A couple of classics. We have Crime and Punishment by Dostoevsky. And then, where's my other classic? Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. We have The Two Towers by J.R.R. Tolkien. I kind of want to reread the first one, The Fellowship of the Ring, as well, but we'll see. For now, I really want to read this one. A couple witchy books. We have Witch of Wild Things and Rewitched. I'm so excited for Rewitched. This is like my most anticipated fall read, I think. A romantasy that I'm super excited for is In the Veins of Drowning by Kaylee Cassidy. The Wide Window, which is the third book that is in a series of unfortunate events. Immortal Longings. This is by whomst? Chloe Gong. I've read this book before. I just want to reread it so I can finally move on to the sequel. A book I am currently reading, which is Life on the Rocks by Julie Burwell. This is a nonfiction about coral reefs. I am 115 pages into this and loving it. And finally, Sounds Like Love by Ashley Poston. Another Ashley Poston. Now we are going to choose my September TBR. Let's move this out of the way. So for September, I'm thinking I want to choose 10 books. I know that's a lot because I just read 5 books in the month of August, but I would really love to read 10 books. If I can't, I still want to have books that I can like choose from, you know what I mean? So 10 books seems like a good number to me. I'm going to be choosing 5 books out of my book jar, and then I still didn't make any TBR prompts because I used up all my old ones and I just didn't get around to making new ones. So we're gonna use an online prompt generator, which I've never done before, but I think this should be fun. So first we're gonna spin our TBR prompts, and because I don't have them physically with me and I won't remember them, I'm just going to immediately pick a book for the prompt. So, all right, here we go. We are spinning, we are spinning. Our first prompt is a beautiful cover. I think I already know which one we're gonna go with. And that's Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, because look at this cover. I'm so happy. I'm so excited to read Harry Potter again. All right, spin number 2. This is so exciting. I kind of like this a lot. Our next prompt is a historical fiction. I mean, can we pick a classic because that is historical and fiction? I think I am gonna go with a classic, and we're gonna do Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. I've been really wanting to read this book, and this is the perfect time. I wanted to read this in September specifically. It just seemed like a great month to read this, so I'm very happy about that. Spin number 3. Let's go. Author you love. I love this. I think we're gonna go with Sounds Like Love by Ashley Poston because I've read 2 other books by her that were both 5 stars, so it's safe to say I love this author. This one is like a music-centered book. I actually did start this one as well. I don't know how far I got into it. I got 32 pages into this, so not very far, but I'm very excited to read this one. It is a romance, but like I said, it's centered around music. I believe her and the male main character start to hear each other's thoughts. I don't know, sounds fun. Very excited to read this. Spin number 4 is going to be, I feel like that was a short spin. A happy book. I'm honestly gonna take a look at my shelves and see what we have going on real quick. All right, so what I ended up choosing for a happy book is In His Image. This is by Jen Wilkin. It says 10 ways God calls us to reflect his character. This one just seems like it'll be happy because look at that cover. It's about God. I love God, so I think this is a great option. All right, now for our very final spin, we have novella I don't have any of that, so let's spin again. Mythology. Do I have a mythology in here? Sorry guys, let's spin again. A weapon on the cover. All right, looks like the only one here is Immortal Longings by Chloe Gong, which I am very happy about. I have been wanting to reread this for so long, but I just haven't prioritized it. But now I finally can. All right, final spin for this portion of the video is TBR Veteran. Okay, which book has been on my TBR for the longest? Honestly, I read The Fellowship of the Ring maybe 2 or 3 years ago. So this has been on my TBR for the longest. So we are going to be adding The Two Towers by J.R.R. Tolkien. Now we're gonna be choosing 5 books out of the book jar. And I haven't used this for so long, I've missed it. Oops, I dropped one. Should we just pick this one? So this first book is If We Were Villains. Oh my gosh, wow. That's literally so perfect. Okay, so If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio is the next book on our TBR. Next, we have this one. What shall it be? I'm not joking. Can you read that? That says The Two Towers on it. Oh my gosh. Should we keep that? Should we make it count or should we? Let's just choose another one. That's so funny though. Okay. So I picked a really good fall TBR, didn't I? The next book is, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Look at this. I don't know if you can read that. It says In His Image. That is the nonfiction Christian book I picked. Hey, what the heck is going on here? What the heck is going on? Okay, let's try this again. Book number 2 for this portion. Okay, Our Infinite Fates. Let me grab that. So this is an incredibly beautiful book. It is a YA. I believe in every lifetime, these two people are destined to fall in love and destined to kill each other. And I think they're trying to break the cycle. I'm pretty sure that's what the book is about. I feel like it's going to end in devastation. But I'm very excited to read this. I'm so glad that this was chosen. I kind of forgot I owned it for a minute there. Okay, cool. Number 3 for this portion. Hello? Let's pick this one. Number 3 is Totally and Completely Fine. I'm gonna be honest, I really don't want to read that one right now. So I'm gonna pretend like I didn't pick that. Oh, let's see what number 3 is. Okay. That one was like a summery, like rom-com kind of deal, and I am just not in the mood for that at all. So the one that I just pulled is Snow Globe. That's so exciting. This is Snow Globe by So Young Park. It says it's the Hunger Games meets Squid Game, but I am always wary of comparing things to Hunger Games because a lot of the time it's just dystopian. So I think this is just a dystopian. In a frozen land ravaged by climate change, someone's name who I don't know how to pronounce, only solace comes in the form of a 24-hour reality television streamed directly from Snow Globe, the domed city at the heart of her world, and the only warm place left on the planet. But her life changes in an instant when she's visited by 2 strangers who deliver earth-shattering news. Snow Globe's biggest star has died, and because of main character's striking resemblance to her, she's been chosen to take her place. Outside Snow Globe, every day is a struggle for survival, but inside, the war for ratings is even deadlier and no one is safe. The second book to this series is out now. So if I read this and really love it, I can just immediately read the second book. So that is a wonderful choice. Thank you, TBR jar. Okay, that was the 3rd one. Okay, number 4. Ooh, another one fell out. Should we use this one? Contact. Ooh, so this is Contact. This is by Carl Sagan. I believe this is like a sci-fi classic, pretty much. It's a story of aliens, first contact, stuff like that. I'm really excited to read that one. And I'm glad we have a sci-fi to throw into the mix here. Here is our very final book for our September TBR. The Dead Romantics. Wow. This is crazy. The Dead Romantics, which was already on my fall TBR. This is amazing. I truly can't believe the selection we just got. Okay, there we are. Let's go over this one more time so we can refresh ourselves on what I'm gonna be reading, excuse me, in the month of September. So first up, we have Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Our Infinite Fates, this is by Laura Stephen. Immortal Longings by Chloe Gong. The Two Towers by J.R.R. Tolkien. Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. Sounds Like Love, also by Ashley Poston. In His Image, this is by Jen Wilkin. Contact by Carl Sagan. Snow Globe by Soyoung Park. And finally, If We Were Villains by ML Rio. I think this is going to be an incredible TBR and I cannot wait to start reading. So hopefully in my next video, I'll be reading some of these books. I will see you then. Goodbye.